Hey guys, happy Saturday. What is up? Hey Ingo, how you doing? Okay, let's do some tactics. Ba-ba-dum-bum-bum. Give me a second. Okay, all good. This way. Warm up with Puzzle Rush. I just finished the tournament. Oh, how did it go? How was it, Ingo? Hey, the Grief. What is up? Give me more free pieces, please. That's not a free piece. It was pinned, so there was no problem there. Again, 30 points national rating to 1390. That's nice. And like 3 yellow points to 1484 or something. Just chilling. Good plan for a Saturday. Cool, cool, cool. No! No, I hang mate. And I had mate. Could have pushed for a win today, gaining more, but played against a teammate. Oh, and you didn't push because it's a teammate? And he said he got visited from family, so withdrew. I think my most aggressive chess I played against teammates. In general. I don't know why, but it's what happens. Check and queen takes c6, but isn't there anything better? Like I'm so blind. Also, I wasn't comfortable with the position. Okay. Some close Sicilian. I like the close Sicilian. As white. I like it as white. Bishop here. You were black. Oh. What is this? I didn't see anything there. I'm so blind. Oh. Nice. Black to move. Check, and take the rook. And then I promote in the end. Oh, nice. I don't know what to do. Hey, thanks, Busy Nights. What was this puzzle? I have no clue. Oh, it's just a draw. Okay, okay. Okay. Having my coffee. So, I was doing tactics until 5 a.m. last night, and I only slept 4 hours because my dog wanted it that way. But now I cannot sleep more, so yeah, let's see if I wake up with these tactics. Have fun over the board tournament later. I just got destroyed by a 2000 in Blitz. I checked the profile and he was tactics rating of 646 trying to get to 700. Not official. What? What? Okay, let's do one more puzzle rush before the tactics. I'm gonna focus now. Bishop a6. What? There was a checkmate, Pepe. You need to take the queen. That's what I hate of chess.com. If you can checkmate or take a queen, why is taking the queen not a good move? Wow. Is this a draw? What? What? Checkmate in one now. Ay, ay, ay. Ooh, okay. Blindness. Blindness. This wins the queen. Oh no, it doesn't. Yes, it does. Okay. Bah. Always protecting d1. So check, take, queen e6, check. Bishop h6, but if queen e7, I save my bishop. Oh. Okay. Rook takes rook. And I'm a piece up in the end. Rook takes rook and rook h8. If king e7, 95. Okay, 29 is good. Good enough. What's your record? My record? I think it's 39. I can see it somewhere. I think it's 39. I'm just checking out the games of tournaments, and players are winning according to the engine, and I don't see shit. Good that I drew today. Those puzzles shouldn't be in Puzzle Rush when you have short time and see, oh, this wins a queen. Okay, let's go to real tactics. So yesterday we finished at 3,549, I think, which is our record so far. Let's continue towards 3,600 goal. We got this. Rar. Okay, why to move? Looks familiar. Yeah, if you win a queen, you should be excused for stopping looking for better moves. Well, I didn't check that back, but I think my move just won a queen. But there was like a checkmating one, so yeah, I can understand, but still. This puzzle looks a bit familiar to me. Oh, I think we had this one. I think we had this one already, because I remember calculating things like knight takes d6 followed by b5. I think we had this one. I just don't remember the solution, but yeah, knight takes d6 was definitely one of the ideas. There was also queen g5 ideas and queen h6 ideas in some lines. So let's say knight takes d6. if I remember correctly, our biggest threat is rook takes knight followed by knight takes e8. So we're defending c4, we're defending the rook, we're attacking the rook, we're threatening b5. Many ideas. What was black's answer against that? Maybe rook e7, rook e7 attacking the bishop. I think I remember that. Yeah, I think I remember the line now. Knight takes d6, rook e7, queen h6, knight g8. I think there was a line where I simply trade queens and it's good, but I don't think that's the line. Because if queen e6, rook e6, oh, then there was some ideas with bishop takes e5 in the end. So how was it? Queen e6, rook e6, b5, knight e4, rook takes e5, something like that. I'm pretty sure that's the line. I think I remember the line. Knight takes d6, rook e7, queen h6, knight g8, queen takes e6, rook takes e6, and b5 followed by rook takes e5. How's the Lichess grind going? Hey, old, ugly, and slow. What do you mean by the Lichess grind? Should I rush this one? I think I remember that line more or less clearly. You work there? Huh? I thought you did some coding for Lichess. Ah, yeah, I contributed a couple of times. Just small contributions. You know, it's an open source project. Everyone can contribute. Queen takes queen, rook takes, and b5. I mean, my queen and my bishop are hanging, so I think I have an option here. Yay! 5 points. After rook takes, I think the idea is b5. For example, knight d4, rook takes e5, rook takes e5, knight f7 check, knight takes rook. And it's a winning endgame because of these 2 pawns, this passer we're going to create here, helped by the bishop. Okay, this was just solved by memory. Let's go to the next one. Aha, interesting one. So I want to promote this pawn, but I'm an exchange down. And also, if I don't push it right now, black might have the threat to win our knight. So let's say we play c7 to prevent rook f4 check. He's gonna go rook f8. That's like the only move. And then I was thinking knight g5. but king g8. Maybe knight f6 instead? Or knight g5 first? Is there a way that king g8 is not a good move there? King g8, knight e6. Hey Mike, what is up? Okay, let's first consider the most. I'm thinking maybe knight g5 is an interesting way to start, because I think king g8 is the only move. But let's first consider the most forcing, c7. Knight e6, rar. In which line? So c7, he must play rook f8, right? Want to go to e7. Wait a second, if knight g5, I think I go knight f6, not knight g5. Or I can start with knight g5 and then go to e6. Maybe that's easier. Yeah, so I was thinking a stupid line, c7, rook f8, knight f6 check, and then knight e5. But of course he's not forced. Nah, that's just stupid. But knight g5 check, and I thought he had to go king g8, then knight e6, controlling these two squares. So after rook f7 we have c7. Yeah, that's very simple actually, and it might work against other moves as well. So knight g5 check, king g8. I thought king g8 was forced because, for example, if king g6, well, let's show first king h6 or king h8. In both cases, after c7, rook f8, knight f7 check, exclam, followed by knight d8, I will get a queen. But if he goes after knight g5 check, king g7, then knight e6 check comes with check, so then c7 wins. And if he goes to g6, what did I think there? I thought something against king g6 in the position c7, rook f8. Good morning, OJ. I thought something, but I can't remember what I thought. So it looks like after king g6 I go knight e6 again. Okay, so now let's have a look at trickier line. The idea knight g5, knight e6 to promote is clear. Now let's say king g8, knight e6, rook h1 check. So I'm pushed to the... oh, but I have g7 covered as well. So let's say king g5, rook g1 check, king f5, rook f1 check. Just king e5. If rook e1 check king d5, it's okay. He cannot sack. He cannot sacrifice. But maybe I go king d6 and after rook d1 check, I go king e7. Yeah. To ensure promotion. So it looks like knight g5, knight e6 is a winning idea. Rook f6, knight d5, check. King g6, knight e6. Okay, let's say he tries with king g6. And after knight e6, rook h1 check, king g3, h4 check. That looks slow. King g2. He has no good files because of how the pawns are. Bots, dogs, and raw potatoes on leadchess.org. What? No idea. It says it's a quote by you. Okay, so knight e6 or c7 here. c7, rook f8. So I guess knight e6. I totally missed that rook takes a4 is gonna be check. Oofda. So should we do king knight f4 check now and then c7? It looks like that. Knight f4 checking f5 c7, rook h1 checking g3. No, knight h3 in that case. Yeah. So after c7, rook takes a4, I promote with check, then king takes f4, then I take on h5. Ay, ay, ay. But I don't understand why. Oh, now I understand why. Now I do understand why. After king f5, c7, king takes f4. It's a bit of a problem. Because if I go king takes h5, then rook h1, rook h8, and we lose. So stupid. So knight takes c5, rook c1. That looks risky. Although I have knight d3 in that specific position. But rook c4 check. Yeah, I don't believe that's gonna win. Man, this is tough. a5. a5, he takes it, right? How is that an improvement? He can check first and then take it. So knight takes e5, rook c1, knight d3, rook c4 check, king g3. Yeah, rook c3, yeah. This is tough. And the other check, maybe? Knight f8 check. Is this a draw or a win? I thought this was a win, but now I'm confused. What's our rating currently? I lost 10 points with this one already, OJ, so it's 35 for 144. So knight takes c5, rook c1, knight d3. Rook c4 check, king down. Well, knight d7 is the same, right? Knight d7, rook c4 check, king down. And he has time for rook takes a4. Hatred fish. We already failed this puzzle with knight f4 check, so knight f4 check, I can tell you it's not the move. Okay, I'm gonna try random moves. That's not it. That's it, which I'm totally confused about. I don't see the difference now between king g3 and king h3, but I will play the logical one. Okay, it's not the logical one, obviously. What? Ah, on d4. On d4. Ah! Okay, so knight d4, rook a8. Knight c6. Beautiful. Knight c6. We've seen this exact trick in a domination endgame. This exact trick, knight c6. He cannot go to c8 because of the fork, and any other move allows a blockade on b8 or on d8. That's beautiful. Beautiful. Yep. So c8 is forbidden because of the fork. And we're blockading here. If he goes to the other side, we blockade on the other side. Very beautiful. Yeah. Well, we lost 10 points with this one. Next. Oh no, we have a middle game position. Now we'll need to calculate a lot. Rooks belong behind pass pawns. Yeah, certainly. Okay, there's an undefended bishop on b7. There's an attack knight on c3. Material is equal. What ideas do we have here? Some ideas on g6 maybe. Some ideas like knight, moving the attack knight, knight a4, knight c5. Looks very slow. Knight takes f7 is also possible. But knight takes g6 attacks the queen, so it looks more tempting. I guess knight takes f7 he can simply take on c3, but knight takes g6 he cannot take on c3, so I think this is the first move I would calculate. Whoa, ir nego, is that an I or an L? I think it's an I. Ir nego or el nego? Thanks for the follow. Hope you like the stream. Knight takes d6, maybe he simply moves the queen. Maybe he simply moves the queen. But where? Well, actually, knight takes f7 is not so stupid, also. Because I said he maybe just takes on c3, but then we can take on g6. And we have big threats. Pepe, could you tell me in which area of my game I need to improve the most if I send you my recent games? I can try. But I can't promise anything. But yeah, sure. So knight takes f7 is interesting as well. There might be some bishop e6 threats, rook e6, then also knight h6. Knight g6, then rook e6. Yeah, the problem with knight g6, I think, is he just moves the queen out. Let's say queen c7. Or, yeah, let's say queen c7, for example. Then taking on e6 feels like I'm giving a lot of material. Although it's tempting. I don't think he can take the rook. But again, he might not take it. He might just take the knight on c3. And my pieces are funny, everything is hanging. That's why I thought knight takes f7 could be maybe a bit stronger. I'm attacking the rook on d8. Yeah, I know with knight g6 I'm attacking the queen, but actually the reaction of just moving the queen looks a bit annoying. But knight takes f7 attacks the rook. If the rook moves, or I mean if he doesn't take the knight, I can take on g6. And then e6 is hanging as well. And he can never ever take the knight now because of bishop e6. He takes with king. Okay, let's consider that. I guess then rook takes e6 or bishop takes e6 could be possible. Or is it a lot of material for the queen? Yeah, maybe it's a lot of material. Except if we can take that bishop on b7 somehow. Maybe just bishop e6, queen e6, rook e6, king e6, queen takes g6, hitting the bishop on g7. I don't know. It looks tempting, but at the same time I'm giving 2 pieces and a rook for the queen. The knight is still hanging on c3, so after queen takes g6 he can take on c3. I take on g7. No, I cannot take on g7 because the rook is hanging on d1. I trade rooks, take on g7. He has 2 pieces and a rook for the queen. But his king is exposed, his pieces are discoordinated. I'm attacking the bishop on b7. I don't know, hard to assess. Hard to assess. What if you check instead of trading rooks? How do I check? I don't see it. Rook e1 check. Yeah. Yeah, that looks better. So after d takes c3, rook e1 check. King has to go to the d file, then queen takes g7. And the knight is hanging on f6. Yeah, that looks better. Definitely. Huh. Mr. Ass, thanks for the follow. So yes, knight f7, if he takes with the king, I think probably bishop takes e6. If he does not take, then queen takes g6 anyway. Might be annoying because, for example, after pawn takes c3, I could even consider moves such as bishop d5, threatening the queen, and the queen has to keep an eye on f7. Maybe bishop d5 is stupid, actually. There's something to be said about rook takes e6. Maybe rook takes e6 is stronger than than bishop takes e6. After king f7, rook e6 looks more threatening. So maybe that one is better to force him to take on e6. Yeah, because we're threatening the queen, and if he saves the queen, we have all sorts of discovered checks. So I guess rook takes e6 is better than bishop takes e6 after king f7. Okay, and if queen f7, obviously bishop e6. And if he does not take the knight, we continue with queen g6. For example, d takes c3, queen takes g6, rook takes d1. Well, actually, that's annoying. Actually, that line might be annoying. Maybe just take on d8 instead. Knight takes f7, pawn takes c3, knight takes d8. So far I won an exchange, and e6 is still hanging with threats like rook takes e6 is going to be annoying. Yeah, that looks stronger. If rook d8, we just trade on d8. That would be a second exchange for us. Not a second, that would be a rook. What am I saying? I think I'm gonna rush it. Knight takes f7 looks so good. Knight takes f7. What can he do? Move the rook out, and then I take on g6. I don't know. Let's say rook d7. Queen takes g6. Rush it, baby. Hey, nobody. Good morning. So I'm considering now rook d7, queen takes g6, d takes c3. Then rook d7 and bishop e6 and everything. Rush it, baby. Okay. I thought bishop takes c6 was easy here. I guess if d c3, I can trade queen for 2 rooks and then take the queen. Okay. So queen takes d8, rook d8, rook d8, king f7. Rook takes f6, king takes f6, b takes c3. I'm not really sure about that line. But yeah, the alternative is queen e2 or queen f1. And I don't see the difference between them. Maybe rook b6 after king f7. So queen d8, rook d8, rook d8, king f7, rook b6. Yeah, pawn takes b2. Rook d6 now. Rook d6. Simply. Rook d6, rook takes d6, queen takes d6, pawn takes b2. Rook d6, rook takes d6, queen takes d6, pawn takes b2. How do I continue there? Queen check, then queen a2, but he's gonna defend the pawn on b2. There's a funny move here that doesn't work, so I'm not gonna tell it. I mean, I'm gonna tell it, but it doesn't work. We'll know you meant queen c4. Okay, okay. Then I don't need to tell it. Rook b6 after king f7. Yeah, let's look at that again. Queen d8, rook d8, rook d8, king f7, rook b6. Pawn takes b2. Giving up the bishop, is that working? Rook takes bishop check. King e6, rook d1. If he does not give the bishop, we just take on c3, I guess. Bishop e4, b takes c3. Yeah, seems good enough. This line, queen d8, rook d8, rook d8, king f7, rook b6, bishop e4, pawn takes c3. 2 rooks versus 3 pieces, but a6 is weak, and we have these pawns on b4, c3. Bishop on g7 not really active yet. Okay. You. Nice one. Let's see the next one. So we failed already one. Nobody. But we achieved a maximum of, in the first puzzle, +5, a maximum of 35.54. So we're back on track now. Okay, white to move. Interesting position. So he's trying to take on c2 with check. I want to promote this guy over here. So maybe some trades need to happen before. I have to be careful with this. Actually, rook takes c2 is a big threat. If king f1, rook c1, I have to do something. This check doesn't look like it works because of rook takes. If I go king f1 immediately, he cannot take on c2 because of the fork. But he can try maybe to defend f2 to threaten knight g3 check. Maybe. What else do we have? Checks, captures, and checkmate threats. Let's start with checks. Knight e3 doesn't work, but rook b5. Rook b5 looks like I'm helping him. I don't know. Knight d2, knight takes d2. What time is turning? The tournament is at 5 p.m. my time, and it's 12:17 now. So I have more than 4 hours. I still need to have lunch, to cook, have lunch, and walk before that. So I should probably not spend more than 1 extra hour in this stream. And the time control is 10 minutes, no increment, if you meant that. That was a short sleep. Yeah, I slept for 4 hours, but my dog wanted it that way. Yeah, king f1, I thought that's... I'm a bit concerned of rook f3, threatening knight g3. Oh, sure, Ingle. I see it. Thanks. Oops, okay. Yeah, but definitely king f1 is tempting. It prevents rook takes c2, and his knight cannot move. So maybe after rook f3 I have some trick. Maybe we should explore that. The problem is with my knight in the middle, I don't have rook takes knight tricks. Dog is a pilot, you're only a passenger. Yes. He's in charge. And the problem is I'm not I mean, some people can sleep. Some people can take naps. I cannot take a nap. So if some night I sleep less hours, then I should just go to sleep earlier the next day. But I cannot take a nap in the middle of the day. I can just not. So yeah, once I woke up, that's it. I cannot sleep again. So okay, 4 hours. Shit happens. Tonight I'll try to go to bed earlier, I guess. 96 check. 96 knight takes d6. Unlucky, I can sleep anywhere, anytime. Yeah, I mean, I really can. I mean, for me it's very easy to get to sleep. Like, I have that ability also, that I can sleep on a Ryanair plane. I can sleep on the floor. I slept in the beach in in a bench once. I mean, I can sleep everywhere. But what I mean is, if I take a nap in the middle of the day, which I can, then chances are I get a headache. I don't know if it's because of the temperature, because it's hot in the middle of the day. I don't know why, but I tend to have a headache. So that's not very useful if I'm gonna play a chess tournament after. King f1, rook f3, knight d6 check. And what happens after knight takes d6? I'm not understanding. It is 2 hours asleep on a bus or so, and I'm ready to go for another day. Wow. Knight d6 check, knight takes d6, a7. Yeah, that looks working. That looks really working. So I guess I shouldn't be scared of rook f3. On the other hand, I don't know what's black going to do. If he pushes the king, trying to do something similar with the king, he's not in time, obviously. King f4, just knight e6. 8 hours is probably healthiest, but you can perfectly function with just a couple of hours. Yeah, I've done that myself many times, but I prefer to sleep more. And I'm feeling fine today with 4 hours of sleep. It's really weird because I usually sleep less than 3 hours or more than 5. It's really hard to wake me up in that space between 3 and 5 hours, but somehow my dog achieved it. But yeah, I feel fine right now. I will just be more tired than usual in the night. So king f1, can he try to stop our pawn somehow? Let's say rook g3, threatening both rook g1 and trying rook g8. I guess again knight e6 check, distracting the knight, so that to prevent rook g1, the rook g1 idea. And after knight takes d6, a7. That's beautiful. a7, and if rook g8, rook b8, and if rook g1 check, king takes f2, rook a1, rook a4, and his knight is useless on d6. He has one check on e4, but I don't think it helps. Rook sack if necessary. Well, not in this line, but yeah. I mean, after rook a1, rook a4, if knight e4 check, I don't sack the rook because then I hang the pawn on a7. But in some other line, yeah. So it looks working. King f1. Rook g3 doesn't work. Rook f3 doesn't work. King f4 doesn't work. Any knight move. Okay, let's try some knight moves, but it's hard to stop the pawn with our knights. Hey John, what is up? Relax there, Nakamura. So knight c5, I just push. I don't really need to take on f2. I just push. Yeah. How's he gonna stop our pawn? Can he try? So if rook h3, it's exactly the same idea as with rook g3. Because rook h1 is a threat to promote, so exactly the same idea. Knight d6 check, knight takes d6, followed by a7, rook h1 check, king takes f2, and it's just a transposition. Rook a1, rook a4. Am I missing any trick? Is he gonna play knight g3? Isn't he gonna play knight g3? After king f1, knight g3, I take on f2, I guess. But yeah, maybe that's the best he has. How's he gonna continue to try and stop our pawn? Yeah, it's really hard. He needs to bring the rook to the 8th rank or something, and he's not gonna have time. Takes. Yeah, I think it's gonna be king f1. I'm gonna do it. Okay, so he goes for the rook g3 line, and here I thought knight d6 check. He has to take. Then a7. King f1, rook c2. No, rook c2, there was a fork on e3, John. There was a fork on e3. So here knight d6 takes a7, if rook g8, rook b8. If rook g1, I take on f2, rook a1, rook a4. If rook g8, rook b8, rook g1 takes rook a1, I just promote. So yeah, the knight is totally helpless on d6. It's funny. I totally missed that idea. I guess in this case I really suck. And then rook g8, rook a4. Yeah, now he's threatening rook g1 and promotes, so I have to sack here. Yay! Cool. Give me a second, I have some message. 1 second. Okay, 3400 puzzle. Was pretty easy. Yeah, it looked easy. We get our pupils next week. Nice. We don't open the chess school until September, so we'll get our pupils on September, which means that we still have like 2 or 3 weeks to go. Yeah, 3 weeks to go. Okay, what is this position? We're white, and I really want to promote this pawn. Chess is so simple. So, first move that comes to mind is to just take the bishop, because amongst other things, the bishop is defending h7. So king takes e4, rook will move, I guess, or you had this one and failed. Oh, really? Did I? I don't remember it. But you have such a great memory for puzzles, for positions, I mean. Hey Bazinga, what is up? So I trust you. I see no other move than king e4. Yeah, I see no other move than king e4. I'm starting to be concerned about king c3 right now. And then if I push, he goes back. Then maybe I was thinking rook takes d3. So I sort of remember some ideas like this, that I might have thought that this was very easy when I failed it. Like king takes e4, king c3, h7, rook d8, rook takes d3 check, looks winning. Yes, new hat. So let's find some other ideas here. What can black do? What happened to the old hat? Which one, Jong? I have so many hats right now. I have 4 hats right now. But this is a new one, so. But yeah, I have the other hats over here. So I can use all of my hats, and I have yet another one there. Yeah, I need to put names to them or something. I will call this one Fedora. Or no, Red Hat, obviously, Red Hat. Okay, yes, I see no other move. What hat makes you smartest? Probably none of them. It's really hard to make me smarter. And I'm not meaning that I'm very smart. I just say it's hard to be smart. I mean, an alternative to king takes e4 could be a3, maybe. I don't know. If there's an alternative, a3, but king c3 is actually speeding up things. The things that I don't want to happen, I'm speeding them up. So yeah, it's hard to see a move different than king takes e4. So probably the difficulty of the puzzle is not the first move. The tinfoil one. Tinfoil. What does tinfoil mean? Let me look. Tinfoil. Tinfoil. What? Is a tin foil made of tin. Actual tin foil was superseded after World War II by cheaper and more durable aluminium foil. And what is foil? Let me go to Google Translate instead. Foil. Okay, I see what foil is. And tin foil. Ah, okay, so I understand. I understand what you mean, I think, by tinfoil hats. The one that they cannot read your mind with that, right? You use it to grab food and stuff. Yeah. Cool. I get it now. I need to make a hat, a tinfoil hat. Yeah, that could be an idea. That would be a that would be a nice idea for tactics stream. next day I'll try that. But then it's gonna be hard to share my thoughts with you guys. All right. I'm basically considering all legal moves here to see whether there's something that is not king takes c4. Hey Whiskey, what is up? UK say tin foil, US say aluminium foil. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Good morning. How are you, Lee? How's your Saturday going? King e4, if king c3, h7, rook d8, rook d3. Yes, Basinga, that was my first idea at the first glance, but I've been told by nobody that I already failed this puzzle, so I think that's probably what I thought the last time as well. Keeps the government out of your head. They say aluminium with no second. I don't. They. What? They say aluminum. Ah, with no second I. Okay, okay. Aluminum. Aluminum. Or aluminum. Thanks. On coffee. I'm on coffee too. I should make more coffee because I took all the coffee I prepared already. You should make a hat command from which Nightbot randomly picks a hat for you to wear. Yeah, why not? Why not? Let me... that's easy to do, but I first need to name the hats. We can call this red hat. Red hat. Which would this be? Is this chess hat or straw hat? What do you think? Maybe this is chess, just chess, or checkers. Checkers hat. Chess hat. Okay, let's call it chess hat. Why not? So we have red hat, chess hat, gray hat, or how would you call it? Humphrey Bogart hat? I don't know. Bogart's hat, just to say a name. Wait. Detective hat. I want like a fancy name for this. I need a name for this hat, guys. What would be a good name for this one? Didn't eat breakfast. Feel kinda nauseous. It's awesome. I'm on two coffees into the day. Yeah, I also only took coffee since I woke up and I'm starting to feel a bit hungry right now. Character in Better Call Saul has foil blanket. Seems like draw, just intuitively. Whoa. Wear the black hat when you're doing something evil. I have the black hat too. So, what is the name for this one? Gray hat? Just gray hat? Or do you have a better name for this one? 1 second. Also add the tinfoil hats. Sure, yeah. I need to make it. I need to build it, but I'm gonna add it. Tinfoil hat. So we have tinfoil, red hat, chess hat. Actually, tinfoil boosts receptivity signals. Hey, Bobby. Good morning. So, okay, for the moment, I don't have better names, so I'm gonna call this gray hat. And then the black hat. Spread the tinfoil hat rumor to make us more receptive. Wake up, sheeple. Okay. So I'll make that command. Take the bishop. Yes, Fisher, that's what we're all thinking. But I'm a bit distracted right now with the hats things. Exactly, as Basinga is saying, seems very easy. As Basinga is saying, I was told that I failed this puzzle last time. I don't remember it, but it looks like the first move is very easy, and more first move, more ever. And then the obvious line I was considering obvious is rook d8, which is probably a very stupid move. H7, rook c3, rook takes d3 winning, or it looks winning. I can't find way not draw. I can't find way to not draw. So do you think this is a draw? What will black play after king takes bishop? Is f5 an idea? I don't think so. Well, it could be an idea. f5 takes, rook takes, and then if I take on d3, rook h5. Tinfoil works great as signal reflectors to enhance wireless signals inside the home. After king c3. So, okay, king takes e4, king c3 immediately. h7. Maybe he takes on d2. Now I remember it. Yeah, now I remember this. I mean, I remember having thought about this. And then even though I have a queen, his threat of just moving the king out and pushing the pawn is really strong. So after king c3, John John is suggesting king e3, but I guess rook e5 is a problem there. Or maybe not. Maybe it's not a problem if we promote first. So it's an interesting suggestion, John John. Rook e5 check king f4, king takes, king e2, we push, he pushes, we get a queen, he gets a queen. We get the queen first, so it's really interesting, that line. King c3, rook d3. Why king e3? Rook d3, we lose the rook. Our pawn's still on h6, not on h7. In that moment, Pavlo Picasso. We're saying king e4, king c3. Now, if rook d3, just rook d3. And yeah, and then we don't promote, so we lose. So king e4, king c3. Yeah, I think last time I went for h7. King takes d2, h8. And I guess just king c2 or something like that is a problem. So king takes c4 has to be the first move. That's for sure. And now, options. John John is suggesting king e3, which looks a bit suspicious to me, but maybe it's working. And another idea would be to play rook d1 or something like that. But that's tough. Rook d1, king c2. and then h7. Or rook h2 here. Rook h2, d2, h7, rook d8, rook h1. So that could work as well. So I'm having some candidate moves here. Well, I will add king e3 as a candidate move as well. I'm considering now rook d1, rook h2, or king e3. Rook h2 doesn't work. Then it has to be rook h2 because Bobby is saying it doesn't work. So it must be rook h2. I'm gonna rush it. No, just kidding, just kidding. Yes, but in that line, rook h1, I thought, Bobby. I mean, you might be right, but yeah, I thought that. Rook h2, d2, h7, rook d8, rook h1. And maybe your idea is rook h8 in that position. Yeah, could be a problem. Hey, RT Dialer. d1. Well, if you do d1, I take it in that line, Bobby. But I think rook h8 probably instead of d1. Yeah. h7 fails too. I think h7 fails to king takes d2. And I think that was the mistake I committed in the other attempt I did at this position. That's what my terrible memory is trying to tell me. h7, king takes d8, king takes d2. I promote, he plays king c2, and I think that's what I missed the last time. So h7 is the only move I'm not considering here. So I'm considering rook d1, rook h2, and king e3. Yeah, rook h2 doesn't look like doesn't look working. Let's calculate king e3 again. I'm not sure. I don't think rook e5 is the only move for black. And the king on e3 is not so great because any tricks with rook d3 will be answered with check. So I'm not sure how good is king e3. He can go like rook d8. He's not forced to go rook e5 check. But so should I calculate rook e5 check? Okay, let's calculate. Check king f4, king takes d2, king takes e5, king e2 probably, h7 d2, h8. Fito is acting a bit strange right now. Maybe he's gonna throw up. 1 second. Okay, let's this be the last puzzle. I'm sorry, guys. King e3 looks kind of drawing to me. Yeah, same here. And I think he's not forced to go rook e5 check. I don't know how are we going to win if he goes like rook d8. So let's try something different. Let's try rook d1, king c2. Rook d1, king c2. Yes, Fito wants to go outside, yeah. Surely. Yeah, I'm gonna go walk with him. Now it's sunny, finally, after days of raining. So rook d1, king c2, h7, rook d8. Rook takes d3. Rook h8 to say something. Rook h3, and that's a winning endgame. So, or it looks that way. It looks like we're gonna have king e5, king f6, king g7, and if he tries f6, we have g5, and we're gonna get there with the king anyway. Okay. So, what else can we try? As black, rook d1. d2. Rook d1, d2. To prevent rook takes d3. Rook d1, d2, h7, rook d8. King e3, rook h8. That's a problem. So rook d1, d2. Rook d1, d2. That's definitely a problem. Thanks for line, but we know it has to be king c2, not d2. But king c2, I see a problem with d. I mean, I agree with Bobby. That's my problem right now. Is king e3, rook e5, king f4, king d2, h7 winning? Oh, good point, John John. Good point. Yeah, maybe it is. Or maybe it's just transposing. Because after h7 he can play rook d5, and if we promote king c2, and it's just transposing to the line h7, king takes rook. right? What about h7, king d2, h8, king c2, queen a1? Well, I guess just d2, and I don't think we have more than a perpetual. Okay, let's try to find something against d2. So rook d1, d2. h7, rook d8. Rook h1, rook h8. King e5. King c2, king f6. d1, rook d1, king d1, king g7, rook h7, king h7, e5. And I resign. Oofda. White is trying to draw, not to win? Really? So are we losing after h7? h7, king takes e2 is lost. Aha. So okay, if I need to find a draw in 9, then rook h2 was tempting. So was king e3. Can't stop the d pawn. Still awake. Hey, F green mystery. No, I'm already awake. Not still. Okay, then I guess let's see, rook h2 again. Rook h2 d2. Rook h1. No, what am I saying? Rook h2 d2. H7 was the idea, but then he just promotes. What? No, that's insane, and he's gonna kill me. Why did I even consider rook h2? Rook d1 d2 is immediate draw. Well, if you say so. We promote on check. Rook d1 d2 immediate draw. Why does he need to play d2? Ah, because that's the line I was having trouble with. But maybe he plays king c2. So rook d1, d2, you say it's a draw. But maybe he plays king c2. We already concluded it has to be king c2. Why? Because Bobby said d2. On the rook h2 line, we promote on check. Rook h2, d2, h7, d1. Yeah, we promote with check. But then he answers with queen d4 check or rook d4 check. Probably queen d4 check. And that endgame looks suspicious, but maybe it's a draw. I said king c2 because I was trying to win. I knew d2 was draw. Okay, I think I'm going to consider king e3 back. King e3 again, because if we want to draw, it's probably the best. King e3. If rook d8, just h7. If rook h8, we take on d3. And that should be a draw. And I guess the critical line after king e3 is rook e5 check, but then king f4. And if rook back to d5, we can repeat because we're looking for a draw. And if king takes d2, king takes e5, king e3 maybe. h7, d2, h8, d1, and that has to be a draw. Yeah, I'm gonna go with king e3, guys. I really need to leave right now, and I like the idea to keep this pawn blocked. So moving the rook, I don't like. So I'm gonna go with John Jones' idea. Why rook h2 loses? Well, I think rook h2, d2. And h7, maybe rook d8. And then if rook h1, just rook h8 followed by king c2. Yeah. Yeah, and only to answer Thomas Sales, h7 king takes d2 is the problem, and we lose. So I'm gonna go king e3. Yes. And okay, this is new now. Rook e1. So rook h2 is tempting. I'm a genius. You are a genius, John Jong. So h7 shouldn't work. Just rook h1. But rook h2? Rook h2, d2, h7. He promotes, I promote. King g3, what? What do you mean with king g3? Oops. I didn't follow why rook h2 loses if we both promote its equal material. But we don't promote both. He promotes and we don't promote, Bobby. Rook h2, d2, h7, rook d8, and you cannot promote. If you promote, he sacks the rook and then he gets a queen. So you cannot promote. You have to play rook h1, then he plays rook h8. You never promote. He's going to play king c2, d1, and you have to give your rook. Yeah, so he promotes and you don't promote in the rook h2 line, I think. Anyway, let's try to focus on the current position. Is rook h2 good? Here, rook h2, d2, h7, but rook takes d2 on rook h8. And then he takes your rook on d2. His king is on c3, Bobby. And your king is on e4. No, the king is on e3 if you play king e3. If you play rook h2, your king is not on e3. Okay, so rook h2, d2, h7, d1 equals queen, h8 equals queen, check. That looks like it could potentially be a draw. If he blocks on d4 with the queen, I guess we trade, and it looks like a drawn endgame. And if he runs to b4 with the king, he might have some problems, or maybe not. Queen f8, queen b8, maybe. So I guess that has to be it. If we don't move the rook, we have a problem. If we don't prevent rook h1, we have a problem. So maybe this is the easiest move. I was going to say this is the easiest move of all the puzzle, but this is the puzzle that started with king takes bishop on e4, right? So okay, this might not be the easiest, but that looks like a very natural move to do. Play rook h2 with your left hand and push the king to e3 at the same time with your elbow, Bobby. That works. I think black gets mate. No, I don't think so. I thought this looked bad. Well, I think now we need to promote. There's no other way. I mean, if we sack here, he's gonna be in time to stop our pawn. So now we need to promote. There's e5 check though. Wait a second. Maybe it's just nothing. Maybe it's just nothing. But if h7, a5 check, we move the queen, the king. He promotes, and then we promote, but not with checks. So he has the initiative. So where to put the king? Huh. After e5 check. I don't think I have a choice. I mean, he's going to promote. Rook h3 check doesn't look good. Adrift in Hilbert Space, thanks for the follow. Hakim 5050. Hey, thanks for the follow. Also, I hope you're liking the stream, guys. So, lucky this was right. Haha. E5 check, king g5 looks good, fine to me. He also has rook f1. Well, h7 is our only move now, anyway. Yeah, it looks. I mean, I have rook h3 check. I just don't believe it. So yeah, I would say h7 is the only move. What's up, Hakim? We're finishing the stream. This is gonna be the last puzzle. Okay, so he promotes, then I promote. Oh, actually, after I promote with check, he also has e5 check, which I missed. But we need to do it. Is this your actual tactic rating? My actual rating my actual tactics rating right now is 3,556. Yes. Okay. King is perfectly safe on h5. Yeah. Obviously. Okay, it's, I wouldn't say perfectly. Well, it's hard to attack it. What is your blitz rating in chess.com? I have no idea, because I don't play on chess.com. I only use it for tactics and Bauhaus. Okay, let's... It's 1:11. I have to have lunch at 2:30, 2:30ish. Maybe we can do one more. Let's load the next one and see. If it's too complicated, maybe we don't. Let's have a look. Now I need to solve it. That's the problem with with having a look at the positions. So, what's going on here? What happens with knight takes knight? $35.56, how could it possibly be complicated? Well, yesterday we have a 1200 puzzle. I thought it was a pending rating, but no, it was. I was given a 1200 puzzle for some reason. It was so confusing. Speaking of which, what's the deal with this one? Knight takes knight? He has to play queen a8 check, king h7, then rook takes. Then I might have nothing. So maybe, knowing that, maybe we can start with queen e4. And I'm hanging queen d8 check, queen takes knight. Okay. So for the moment, this looks like the most forcing move. Knight takes knight, forces queen a8. This doesn't look like working. Okay, so if I take here, he has to go there. I can block, or what if I block? Well, if I block, I'm a piece. I'm not. Oh, I'm still threatening on g2. Rook c8 wins on the spot. So queen b7, still defending g2 and attacking f7. It's another 1200. Well, I guess after queen b7, I just move knight somewhere, knight c2 or knight b3, knight d3, and queen f7 is just only one check. So maybe it's another 1200, yeah. So knight takes e1, queen a8, rook c8, queen b7, and I assume both moves, knight c2 and knight d3, work there. Oh, queen b7, rook g2. You're right, John John. No. Oh, come on. My rook is on c8, man. My rook is on c8, John John. Don't troll me. Well, it's a 3200 rating puzzle. Oh. I didn't troll, I'm just bad. No, no problem. Okay. Ridiculous. Yeah, 3200, ridiculous. I don't know. I mean, I think you don't take on e1 if you don't see rook c8. So what would people play in this position if not knight takes e1? Okay, let's load one more. Let's just load one more. Oh, we had this one. We had this one. And there was e5 at some point. We had this one maybe even twice, and I never remember it. Ah, yeah, now I remember. There was this checkmate with queen on h6 and bishop on h8, and our queen on h6 and the bishop on bishop h7. It doesn't happen, the checkmate, but it's threatened in some lines. So I remember that. I remember that. So e5. e5. There's one line where, yeah, we definitely sacrifice the rook on h8 at some point. So I think it's e5, bishop takes e5, rook h7. Is knight f5 forcing enough? It is forcing, but not to win. Forcing simplifications, I think. Even I remember. Everyone remembers. So rook h7 is gonna threaten queen h6, but I think we first move e5 to have the bishop working as well. So e5, bishop takes e5, rook h7. I think there's something like e6 played. Then queen h6 check. And after king e7 there's rook takes f7. And if king g8 there's the trick, rook h8 check, bishop takes, bishop h7 checkmate. So I think he goes king e7, rook takes f7 check, king takes f7. I need to rush it, guys. I need to rush it. This puzzle, we already had it like a couple of times, so we need to rush it. So I think queen h6 check, king e7, rook takes f7, king takes f7, and now I need to remember the whole line because, yeah. What was it? Queen h7? Nah. Bishop g6, queen g6. It's the bishop plus queen mate after rook sack. Yeah, if he goes to g8, yes. If he goes to e7, rook f7, king f7. Ah, bishop g6. Bishop g6, I will have the knight e4 idea. And queen h7. Yeah, and that's checkmate. Yes. You need to write all the puzzles you complete down. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Okay, let's. I still can spend 10 more minutes. Let's load the next one. One more. Rar. This square is juicy. What do we have here? Hey, Lucy Moody! You were gifted a subscription yesterday, Lucy Moody, by the Duke of the Prunes. Gave 5 subs to the community, and one was for you, Lucy Moody. You have the emotes. Maybe it's better to write down the ones he doesn't complete. Okay, so I guess my pronunciation of Lucy Moody is not the best. My zigzag. Hard to find candidate moves. Well, I see one that is very strong here. Rook d7, but I don't think he will allow me. No, he wouldn't allow me. Shoot. Have we had this one? I think we had this when I was new to your stream. Wow. I don't remember it. Queen f3, just an idea. Yeah, I thought that, but rook e7, I guess. Try queen h7. Oh, queen h7 is even better. Yeah. Rook d6 then. Looks slow, yes. It looks slow. That's the best quote. Which one? Hello, Pepe. I quit your stream because Lord Sakuhi is harassing me and saying my dad and neighbor are doing me. What? What? I'm thinking in some lines, queen e2, queen d3, queen c4, we might have rook takes a6 ideas. For example, queen e2 defending b2, trying to go here. But this queen has squares to go to, so maybe it's not the end of the world for black. Well, queen f3 looks forced at least. Yeah, that's right. Queen f3 looks like he needs to defend f7, so he can do rook e7, rook f8, or f5. I will consider f5 not a good move. We at least take on passant and take on e6. So I guess rook e7 and or rook f8. Rook f8 looks suspicious, but maybe it's a move. Maybe we play. Maybe rook f8 we just take on e6, I think. Couldn't a king make a single knight's move in previous rule sets before castling wasn't standardized? I don't know. Playing position around a puzzle. Rawr. A variant where queens can jump pieces would be fun. Oofda. So queen f3, I think he has to play rook e7. Because if rook f8, rook takes e6 looks good. Attacking the knight as well. I mean, the knight would be hanging if the knight moves queen f6. Yeah. So it looks like rook e7 is the only move. And then And then what? 94 looks slow. You can play here with a queen that can jump as a knight. Oh, nice. Then we remove the knight. G4. It's not a bad idea, John, to attack the knight with rook d6 or rook c5. That's a big threat. Queen f6 would be such a great move in that position with the rook on e7. But I guess he has one tempo, so maybe he escapes from the problem. Something like queen f3, rook e7, if, let's say, rook d6, rook somewhere, rook c7, for example. If we sack queen f6 check, he goes down. And, well, in that case, I have queen d8, so let's say he put the rook somewhere else. Yeah. Mazinga says, rook c7 is tempting. What? Rook c7, knight c7, queen f3? But then he has rook f8. Yeah. But if we could do it in a different move order, actually, why not rook c7 then? Instead of rook d6. Ah, because the rook is on e7. Okay, Pepe. Okay, you got this. I like the idea with rook takes d5, queen f6. But it looks slow. Queen f3, rook e7, rook d6, rook, let's say, b7, rook takes d5, pawn takes, queen f6 check, king g8. I don't know, maybe e6. Maybe we can still keep attacking with e6. Yeah. Yeah, I'm starting to like that idea as well. The rook needs to keep on the 7th rank because of the threat on f7, so he cannot go like rook e8 to try and keep e6 under control. So rook must go to b7 or a7 in both cases. If he moves the rook, I mean. How is rook d6 better than rook c5? I don't know, it prevents rook d7. I'm not sure how rook d7 would be good, but I was trying to give him less options. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know how rook d6 is better than rook c5. Oh yeah, the rook d7 threat, that's right. Rook c5 probably better covering a5 and c1, especially from c1 there might be some perpetual ideas. Now, with our queen controlling f4 always. After queen takes e7. Huh. Maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. There can be a few tricks with rook takes a6, so I would choose rook d6. Yeah, there are reasons to play both moves, rook d6 and rook c5. So do you want me to rush the first move, king queen f3, because it's the most forcing? Somehow I think taking on e6 or f7 is part of the solution. Yeah, wouldn't it be nice if we sack the queen on f7, then we take on e6 with the knight and there's some kind of checkmate? Okay. Now I tell you this is going to be the last one because it's already 1:30 p.m. What do you think about rook b6? In which position? Rook b6 in which position? because it's not now. Here, here, here. Sacrificing the rook. Can't see the box. Which box? Queen b7 idea. But yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting. Rook b6. I guess he's not forced to take it, for one thing, because we're not, well, we're threatening rook b7, so maybe he can do rook e7 anyway. But okay, yeah, your idea is interesting. If he takes queen b7, rook f8, knight takes e6 check, king g8, knight takes f8. I think we're just trading. King takes f8, queen takes b6. It's just a trade. Would be so easy with some pieces in hand. Yeah, if this was Crazy House, that would be... Oh, yeah, that king is really exposed with this hole on f6 and on h7. Queen at h7, rar. That queen on a1 cannot be trapped, but thankfully it's not participating. And we are using all the pieces, knight, rook and queen right now. So yeah, it looks like we need to create threats and be active. That looks like the way to go. But or bullet move g4. You can get a perpetual probably. I think this puzzle is probably about winning. I can never tell, but okay, go with the rook c5 line. I really don't know why rook c5 and not rook d6. Both of them look really interesting. Rook d6, queen c1 is draw. Rook d6, queen c1, rook takes d5, pawn takes d5, queen f6 check. If king g8, you say there's a perpetual. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point, yeah. Yes. Okay. Now we do this. Yes. Sky is the limit, guys. Okay, now I'm not gonna load the next puzzle because I really need to go. But I have here my list of hats to prepare that command for the next stream. Black hat, gray hat, chess hat, red hat, and tinfoil hat. To remove the knight idea worked. Yes, John John, it did. Playing over the board today? Yes, OJ. I'm gonna play in. It's 1:30, so in 3 hours and a half, I have an over the board tournament. I'll be there with Quartillo and with a lot of beer, I think. I don't know whether I could maybe do a short IRL stream from there. Will you wear that hat? Maybe. Or maybe the chess hat, I don't know. John John has good instincts, often right with first move. Yes, John John has really good instincts. Do you wear your tinfoil hat in over the board play so your opponents can smell your brainwaves? Maybe. Can we follow the game online, Pepe? For sure you cannot. No, it's going to be played. It's a friendly tournament. We're, I think, 11 or 12 people. It's going to be played in a pub with beer and bullet games. Well, blitz actually. It's 10 minutes, no increment. It will be fun. Yes, it will be fun. I just have to learn to calculate better. I would say it's all about practice. Sounds very much like the one I was at a couple of weeks ago. This is a series of tournaments. This is the second one I participate with this format from this organizer, and I hope there are more to come. Why don't you use the LOTR theme, Pepe the red, Pepe the gray, etc.? What? LOTR. Lord of the Rings? Lord of the Rings theme. You mean for the hats? I mean, I didn't watch Lord of the Rings, so I don't know that naming. But I assume that's how wizards are called, the red, the gray, etc. Gandalf the Grey, Okay. Good to know. Haven't seen Lord of the Rings. Whoa. Well, actually, I started watching the first one, the movie, I mean, and I didn't make it out of the woods. I stopped because I was getting so bored. Not my kind of movie. Yeah. Go watch it. It's brilliant. I know, but you know what my problem is? My best friend back then, he was such a passionate freak of Lord of the Rings and many other things. But he was so obsessed with that he was pushing me every day, each and every day. We need to watch it, we need to watch it. And yeah, I just, it was too much. So when they insist you so much in doing something that you're not interested in, you kind of react the opposite way. So I was trying not to watch it on purpose. Hey Duke, hey Duke. We're just leaving, Duke. I'm trying to find someone to raid. You're a bit late, but yeah. Now that you're here, Duke, I think Lucy Moody is today in the chat, and I was just saying that you gifted these subs yesterday. One of them to Lucy, as well to Nobody, Sefa. I can't recall all of them. But yeah, thanks again for that. Let's see who's streaming out there. Mellow is streaming. Okay, so yes, we keep increasing our rating. In this position, Queen e5 is the best move for black. No, not Queen e5. Okay, guys, have a great day. I might stream in real life from the Over the Board tournament. I'm not sure. Maybe I do, maybe I don't. If not, I'll be back tomorrow with more tactics, surely. So yeah, have a great weekend and see you guys.